Okay, so today's topic is linear dependence and independence. Coming to the definition of linear dependence and independence, there's a formal definition for linear dependence and independence. What that is informally you can check whether a vector is dependent on the other in going with the intuition, but then the formal definition goes like this. There's a relation like k1 x1 plus k2 x2 plus and so on plus KR is equal to 0. Basically, this is called a linear combination. This is called a linear combination. What linear combination is here xi's are the vectors. Okay, the vectors under consideration, and then ki's, whatever ki's are there, these ki's are all scalars. Okay, now if this linear combination goes to 0, for linear dependence, the condition is for at least some or all ki's non-zero, the relation 1. Let I notate this by Roman 1. Relation 1 is satisfied. Okay, definition looks complicated, guys, but the concept is very simple. Coming to linear independence, and then usually this comes for a 4-mark question. It's very easy to attempt because again, it's related to matrices. Matrices is an important, interesting topic for the students. So for at least some or all ki's being non-zero, if relation 1 is satisfied, then we'll say it is linear dependence. Otherwise means what? Let me write it clearly. Otherwise, that is what? All ki's are zeros. If all ki's are zeros, then for the relation 1, for 1, then we will say the vectors are linearly independent. Okay. Let's go with an example without losing generality so that you understand what exactly I am talking. Example 1. These are the vectors 2, 2, 0, 3, 0, 2, 2 minus 2, comma 2. These are the vectors. Now, for checking the linear combination, I'll be assigning them with some notation x1, x2 and x3. Randomly, you can pick up any vector to be x1, x2 and x3. Now, what I will do, immediately I will consider the linear combination. L dot C, the linear combination. That is what? For the three vectors, there are three scalars, k1, k2 and k3. k1, x1, k2, x2 and k3, x3 is equal to 0. This I will be considering. Why? Because I am asked to check for linear dependence or independence. So what I will do, I will consider this linear combination, right? I don't know what are k1s, ki's, so, but I know what are x1 and x2, x1, x2 and x3. So I'll be considering it like this. No confusions about how you will multiply and how you will add. It's adding basically the components. See, three terms are there, or in each vector there are three components. That means what? It's an R3 space, guys. It's an R3 space. I can as well write this as R cross R cross R. Why R? It is in real line. All the numbers are in real line. So R cross R cross R. Or in other words, I can just say the first component is X component, second one is Y, third one is in Z. Or in three-dimensional space, I'm considering this vectors, right? So now first thing I will multiply the scalars. I mean, I'll take the scalars inside the vectors. Then just add the corresponding components because I can't add X component to Y component and Y component to Z component like that. I'll be adding X component to X, Y component to Y and Z component to Z. Of course, there's a 0 on the right hand side. I should check this relation, whether this relation is satisfied. If it is satisfied for what values of K1 and K2? 2K1 plus 3K2 plus 2K3, guys. All the first three components, I mean, all the first components in all, three vectors I have added. Please see here. all the first components of the three vectors I have added. And then on the RHS, I have 0. I will write it as a, again as a, I can write 0 as 0 comma 0 comma 0, right? So now this first component goes to 0, right? Yes. Now the second equation would be 2k1 plus 0 minus 2k3 is equal to 0. Third equation would be 2k2. Of course, 0 is there. Third component is 0 in the first vector. In the second vector, it is 2k2. And in the third vector, it is 2k3. This is equal to 0. From this, I can get the relationships for k1 and k3. What it is, 2k1 minus 2k3 is equal to 0. 2 I will take common. K1 minus k3 is equal to 0 or k1 is equal to k3 is one relation. Another relation here from this equation is k2 is equal to minus k3, or in other words 2k2 is equal to minus 2k3. 2 gets cancelled. K2 is equal to minus k3. I can just substitute these relationships in the first equation. What that is k1 I will take it as k3. 2k1 is there. So 2k3 it would be in the first equation. Of course, this is k2. I'm sorry, it's a printing mistake. Yeah, 3k2. K2 I have got it to be minus k3. So 3 minus k3 plus 2k3 is equal to 0. I will add all the three vectors. What I will be getting is 2k3 minus 3, 2k3 minus 3k3 plus 2k3 is equal to 0. Or I'll get it to be 4k3 minus 3k3 is equal to 0, or k3 is equal to 0 is what I have got. Please see here guys. K3 is 0. K1 is K3, right? So K1 is also 0. K2 is minus K3. So K2 is also 0. So the linear combination Roman 1, whatever I was talking about in the definition, this linear combination exists only for what is that? K1 is equal to, K2 is equal to, K3 is equal to 0. It exists only for this. So according to the definition, I will tell you, explain clearly in another video why when all three are 0, we will say linearly independent. Okay, just go with the definition first. Now the definition says that if all ki's are zeros, then the given vectors are linearly independent. Given vectors, I have notated them as x1, x2 and x3. x1, x2, x3 are linearly independent. Now when it comes to linear dependence, I will just show how they are linearly dependent and how we are concluding things saying linear dependence or independence using linear combination. Okay. Okay. I think I'm clear. I'll just stop here.